Learn to ride rollers, getting on, riding, getting off. So my favorite way to start learning to ride the rollers is in a space where you've got walls on one side and a counter on the other. I like the wall because if I start to get squirrely, I can lean up against the wall. And I like having a counter or a table or even the back of a couch works really well. So I can have my hand on it, and ideally the height of this is somewhere near the handle height of near the height of my handlebars. Other things to make sure before you hop on is that if your bike gets all the way over to the edge of the rollers, that your fingers aren't going to get squished between the hoods and the counter or table or whatever edge that is, because that hurts. And also make sure that your pedals can swing through and not hit any obstacles down there. Once you have that sorted out, let's get on the bike. So I'm going to move my bike into the middle of the rollers. So when I start, I'm set up for the most success. And I'm going to swing myself over onto my bike. I'm going to hold on to my counter and clip in, and then carefully sit up on my bike and clip in on the other side. There we go. So once I'm on, I'm gonna move my hand onto, for me, my hoods is where I enjoy being on my bike the most. And then I've got my weight on the counter. I've got my bike in a gear that's easy, but not so easy that I'm gonna spin at 1,000,000 RPMs. And all I'm gonna do is look forward, not down, relax my shoulders, and start pedaling. Kind of get a feel for what this feels like. If you're in a gear that's too big, you're gonna be lurching, pressing into that, and that's gonna create a lot of bobbles. So start in a real friendly gear. Also, if your gear's too small, you're gonna be spinning at a really high cadence, and that just kind of makes all the little wobbles you do a little bit more rapid and a little harder to adjust. So settle yourself into a comfortable cadence in a comfortable gear. Cadence probably somewhere between like 85 and 100, whatever's normal for you. Easy gear. So now I'm comfortable on my wheels. I'm going to shift, adjust my shifting so I'm in a very friendly gear for me. And then I'm going to make sure that my body is centered over my top tube. I'm not leaning over on my counter. And I'm going to practice, first off, just lifting that hand and setting it down. Just kind of getting comfortable with that. Once that gets easy, then I'm going to start migrating my hand onto the hoods. Move it over, set it back down. Move it over, set it back. And do that several times until this becomes pretty smooth. Once that gets easy, I'll hang out for a little bit longer, and I can then take my other hand off, set it against the wall, and then bring it back. And set it over, bring it back, woo! And then practice my other side. So just kind of getting used to adjusting the bike, adjusting to whatever wobbles might happen in this range. Once that gets easy, all I'm gonna do is put a hand on the counter and slow my cadence, and now I can get off the bike. Now go practice.